Retirement is sometimes called the world's longest coffee break. Yes, sometimes it can be very, very enticing. Who doesn't like a coffee break? And I know that there are some people who have started their retirement long before they gave up working. But that's not what we're talking about today. Perhaps you're thinking of retiring. Or maybe your spouse is thinking of retiring. Or maybe it's your father. Or maybe even your grandfather. Whatever it may be. My advice today is tell them don't do it. Retirement is a dangerous thing. Yes, sometimes, of course, it's necessary, and there does come a time when people do need to retire. But it's something that should be avoided, in my opinion, as long as it possibly can be. Now, of course, people say the trouble with retirement is that you never get a day off. Haha, that's true. But that's not the only problem with retirement. One friend told me, he says, I enjoy waking up and not having to go to work. And that's why I do it 3 or 4 times every day. But the reason and best reasons why not to retire, if it's possible, is number one, because money. Economically, you'll probably do much better not retiring. And that can make a big difference. Number two, your social life can change considerably. You don't realize that much of your social life probably revolves around or does depend on the place of your employment. So you have to take that into consideration. But most important to me is mental stimulation. And the Torah teaches us about how being the worst thing in the world is having nothing to do. If your mind is not stimulated, everything stops. Your body doesn't function the same way. You don't get a zest for life. You need to continually be able to stimulate your mind. And unless you've got something else waiting for you to do that, then you're going to lose a lot of that mental stimulation when you retire. I would say don't retire from something until you have something to retire to. Now, for some people, that may mean extra studying or extra new ideas, new vistas of writing or new hobbies that continues to stimulate your mind. That's great. But if you haven't got that, make sure that you consider very, very carefully before you retire. Just my opinion. Perhaps you agree, perhaps you don't. Maybe we'll find out. Something to think about.